Hey, what's going on everyone? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we're going to be talking about a new perk that can possibly be game changing for the Crucible. So the perk that we're talking about today is this one. Vorpal weapon, increased damage against bosses, vehicles, and guardians in their super. And that last one is what we're going to mainly focus on. The extra damage against bosses and vehicles is nice, but I really want to focus on the extra damage to supers. The extra damage that you get is actually pretty noticeable, and it will definitely make a difference when fighting some supers. The whole point of this perk is just so you can more reliably take down supers with your actual weapons. There's a couple of weapons that can actually get this new perk. They're mostly the obelisk weapons. We have like 5 or 6 that can actually get it. But before we get to those weapons and talk a little bit about them, let's actually talk about the actual damage increase that you get when you have this perk active. And I tested it out with this auto rifle. The auto rifle is where I got lucky enough to actually get it, and is what we did this testing with. This weapon does not have the Vorpal weapon perk, so we're doing 7 to the body and we're doing 10 to the head. Pretty low damage, but it is a fast firing auto rifle, so this low damage kind of makes sense. Now, when we slap on Vorpal weapon though, we go from doing 7 to the body to doing 10 to the body, and we go from doing 10 to the head to 15 to the head. So a 50% damage increase, which is a lot, is actually quite a lot. That is no joke when it comes to damage increase. I know it doesn't seem too much, especially when I'm doing it with an auto rifle, but with some of the higher damage weapons, I'm talking bows, scout rifles, the extra damage, the 50% damage increase is going to be crazy, and it's going to be great, just amazing in the Crucible. I'm sure not all these rounds are going to be making a big difference for all the weapons, but for a couple of them, I actually do predict that will be pretty good. So anyway, let's take a look at all these weapons. The first one is the auto rifle, the steel feather. That's the one that I actually tested on. And you get it from the obelisk. I think all of these you actually get them from the obelisk. Lost causes at 200 RPM scout. I think that this would be okay on the scout rifle, especially since it does higher damage. Unfortunately, it is at 200, so it won't really see a big benefit, just because it's on the lower impact end, kind of like the auto rifle. After that, we have the breach light, which is the sidearm. High impact sidearm. It's one of those 2 burst sidearms. And I think it could be pretty good on this one. It actually looks very cool. It's a cool looking sidearm. So I think I would just use for that. Just because it looks super cool. Even if Vorpal rounds are not really super great on it, I think that it's just a cool weapon. Next up, we have the cold front, which is 750 aggressive SMG. And it could be interested in this thing. It actually would be kind of interested. The reason that I'm actually interested in this SMG is not actually even because of this perk, but it's because it can roll that osmosis perk, and I think that would be pretty good, especially for some of those rifles. Even though, you know, we're talking about this perk, I know I'm talking about the other one, but you're gonna see this one a lot, I think, in rifles once people start getting their hands on it. You can also get this perk on the trophy hunter. This one is the sniper from the season pass. This one is a little bit interesting because it is of an aggressive frame, so you're already one-shotting receiving without the perk to the head, but the perk would possibly also make it possible for you to body them if that's something that you want. But yeah, on this sniper, it probably wouldn't be that effective for PvP. For PvE though, I could definitely see it being effective. For PvE, this has a chance of actually being super great, since it also has that extra damage to bosses and vehicles. So I could definitely make this thing be pretty good and out damage some of those other sniper rifles with firing line. I think so. And then the final weapon that you can actually get this perk on is actually on the curated bow, the point of the stag. And this one's definitely gonna be, I think, the one where it's most useful on. I think that the damage, if it's the same increase, the 50% increase as it was on the auto rifle, if there's no like funky numbers that increases differently on different weapons, then this bow is gonna be a beast in the Crucible. It just will have enough damage to 2-shot headshot supers, and that is just crazy for a bow. Bows usually do around 70 damage per headshot. You add 50% to damage that, you will get around 105 damage, 104 depending on how far away you are, how much accuracy you have, all that good stuff. But the point is that you're gonna be like two-shotting people with this bow. That's if the damage actually stacks the way I think it stacks. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this bow is actually available right now. I think it's gonna be part of a couple of the other obelisks that are not available yet. So for now, there's no real way to get it. But as soon as we can get this bow, I'm gonna be grinding for that curator role, and hopefully we can get a video out for you guys. Hopefully it does do what I think it's gonna do, and it ends up two-shotting supers. That would be just ridiculous, but I would love it. So yeah, this is the Vorpal weapon perk. Definitely very interesting, and I wonder when he's actually gonna put this perk on other weapons in the future, because this is definitely a perk that could just make an okay weapon into a great weapon. A very situational weapon, but still, it would have a niche to fill, and people would actually use them because of that. But overall, I'm actually kind of happy with a lot of the perks that we have been seeing in this season. I did not expect new perks. Let's just say that the season has actually exceeded my expectations, probably because they were so low. But like I was saying, thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel in case you guys haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.